What is up, you beautiful people out there on the internet? It is I, Michael Shockman, here with our second episode in the six-part series of autocannons of the Battletech universe as part of our ongoing series of Battletech Simplified. In today's episode, we are going to be covering the AC2, its history, a brief description of it, and some information on various different manufacturers and the types of things that they make. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. The AC2 is a direct-fire ballistic weapon firing high-explosive armor-piercing rounds at targets either singly or in burst. Different manufacturers and models of autocannons had different calibers ranging from 25mm to 203mm and rates of fire, and also different rates of fire. Due to this, autocannons were grouped into generic classes of similar. Yes, we've already heard this. The main thing is that autocannon 2s, AC2s, having an extremely long range at the cost of very small damage output. When compared against an LRM, the autocannon 2 class traded damage and mass for more utility in use. The weapon could be fired approximately 90 meters further than an LRM volley. It also had a minimum range of 60 meters, closer than a standard inner sphere LRM launcher. Finally, the autocannon passed on little heat to the little heat to the mounted vehicle when fired, compared to an LRM system. An autocannon 2 could use special munitions to increase its effectiveness. So basically what that means, what I'm getting from that, is essentially that the autocannon 2 is just a really, really specialized version of an LRM. It does less damage and it has less spread, but it has a longer maximum range and a shorter and a closer in minimum range. So it's effectively got a larger area of effect that it can be used in, which is quite interesting. I didn't know that. As for some of the models, the AC2 was manufactured on the following planets: Coventry, Tematagi, and an unknown planet for Mather Techno Incorporated. And they, on each of them respectively, it was Coventry Metalworks, Nimikachi Fusion Products Limited, and Mather Techno Incorporated. And they were typically, this model was typically used on the Vulcan, and it fired 60mm shells. Next, we have the Armstrong JJ Light, or the Armstrong 2 Light, as fitted on the Vulcan. The Armstrong also fired 60mm shells and was only produced on Terra for Scoble Mech Works, and it was also typically used on the Jackrabbit. Next, we have the Imperator Smoothie 2, which was manufactured on Atreus and Nanking by Imperator Automatic Weaponry and Callan Industries, respectively, typically used on the Mauler and the Partisan, respectively. Next, we have the Mydron D, manufactured on Golconda, Talon, and Quentin, respectively, and also Yefter's Weapon Factory, Callan Weapon Industries, and Independence Weaponry, respectively, and used pretty much almost entirely on the Partisan and the Jägermech. Next, we have the Sarlon 2, manufactured exclusively on Ferrilo, and manufactured by Lockheed CBM Corporation, and typically used on the Warrior. Next, we have the Whirlwind L, the dual autocannons mounted on the older model Blackjack, had a caliber of 40mm, manufactured on Cahill, manufactured by General Motors, and used on the Blackjack on the Blackjack model that was destroyed in 2796. Next, and last but not least, we have the Zeus Bolt, which was manufactured on both Canopus and Lebedev Nautical Enterprises, specifically manufactured by Canopus Industries Alpha and Tikhonov, respectively, and used on the Pike and the Lucius Zhao, respectively. So yeah, that about covers the breakdown of the AC2. My personal feelings of the AC2, like I said before, it's basically just a more utilitarian, less damaging version of an LRM. It's the scalpel. If the AC20 is a sledgehammer, the AC10 is a rock hammer, the AC5 is a regular hammer, then or is like a if the AC5 and the AC5 is basically like an axe, then the AC2 is more like a scalpel. Definitely have their uses, and I have toyed around with the idea of getting a very large mech, and just if it has ballistic points and whatnot, if it has the sufficient ballistic points, just loading it out with AC2s. Like, that would be definitely something that I would be very interested in. I've toyed around with trying to see how it would do, damage-wise and otherwise. But ultimately, I think that it would still pale in comparison to the idea of an AC-20, multiple AC-20s, because ultimately I like to get up close, and I don't really like sniping in Battletech. So, enough said. Anyway, guys, that's going to about cover it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Check out the outro to find out how you can best support my work financially. And until next time, bye-bye for now. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Secondly, if stream bucks are plentiful, please consider supporting the channel either by subscribing on Twitch, pledging on Patreon, or by grabbing some merch over at the Shock Shop. The links to all of these will be in the About section and in the description down below. Again, thank you to all of our supporters for all of the likes, shares, and views. I really appreciate it, and without all of you, our work here would not be possible. I'm Michael Shockman, folks. I've been your host and commentator, and remember, keep it real, keep it safe, keep it healthy, and we will see you guys all again soon in the next one. Peace off, everybody.